Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm starting another new segment on my channel. Now this segment came about because, I do get a lot of you who DM me and ask for advice on relationships and that kind of stuff. So I do answer a lot of private emails, but I thought I can do a segment on my channel where I answer some of your questions, obviously keeping you anonymous. So I did a poll on my Instagram and Snapchat and asked whether I should call it Love Speaks, where it would be tailored more towards relationships, marriage, dating, that kind of stuff, or Ask Abena, which covers pretty much everything, life, love, friendships, relationships, work, that kind of stuff. And a bigger percentage of you guys wanted Ask Abena, so I guess we cover more broader topics. So I asked you guys to send in your questions to theabenalove@gmail.com, and I did get a couple of questions. If you haven't sent in a question and you do want to, please send it to that email. So today I picked a couple of questions that I got from the list of questions that I received, and these ones are more geared towards relationships. So I thought, let me just answer those together. There's about 3 of them, and I'm sure some of the questions will cross over. So yeah, before I start though, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for watching Cooking with Mama E. You guys left some lovely comments. Mum has read them and she's very happy that you guys received the video well, because she was a bit nervous about it. But yeah, she's a natural. Alright, so on to today's video. The first question says, Dear Abena, I've been dating someone for almost 2 years now, and we have a tradition of hanging out and spending time together on a specific day of the week. Lately, he prefers hanging out with his friends and running errands on that same day, which ends up affecting our hangout time. I spoke to him about it the first time, and he apologized and he said he would do better. The following week, he did the same thing, as well as the week after. I'm now confused and don't know what is really going on. Please help. Okay, so obviously my response and my advice to this question is going to be based off my personal experience. Now, as you all know, I did a long distance relationship, so we didn't really get that dating time together. The only time I was able to spend with my now husband was when I was in Ghana, and I was there for a period of time. So we spent all the time together when I was there. Okay, so in regards to him hanging out with his friends on your specific day, you did a good thing by obviously speaking to him about it and bringing it to his attention, because sometimes guys, they genuinely forget stuff, and you do have to keep reminding them. However, if he's continuing to do it, I would definitely sit down with him again and ask him why he's preferring to hang out with his friends on that specific day. Does he feel that he doesn't get enough time with his friends, that it has to be on that particular day? I would say don't read too much into it. However, this is your relationship, and if you've been doing it frequently or every week for the duration of your relationship, there could be something else behind it. So I would definitely say speak to him again, and maybe try and talk to him when he's like chilled, relaxed, you guys are having a good time, laughing, joking, so he's in the right headspace to maybe open up to you and tell you why he is doing what he's doing. Don't ask him when he's about to leave, because usually they don't receive that well. So yeah, talk to him again, and if it's nothing more than him forgetting, then you know what, you may just have to keep reminding him, hey babe, this is our special day, remember? And then he can maybe change his plans. But if there's something else, you need to find out what that thing is, so you guys can resolve it and it doesn't keep happening. Alright, so the next question is, how did you manage conflicts in your long distance relationship? Okay, that was a tricky one. It's very hard resolving conflicts. What I found, and from my personal experience, if we did have an issue, I would definitely bring it up, because I think communication is so important in a long distance relationship. There's no way you can know what's going on because you're not physically there. You can't see emotion, expression, body language, so it's all communication. So I would definitely bring it up, or if my now husband had an issue with me, he would bring it up and we would talk about it. Sometimes we would talk about it and we would disagree, and then maybe a little fight would come from it, because we're very strong-minded, opinionated people, so sometimes we clash. So if a little blow-up came from it, we'd give each other space, sometimes a day, sometimes 2 days. I definitely would not let it go longer than, 2 days, because once that communication is breaking, it opens the door to so many other things, entering and things going wrong. So yeah, I'll give you a day to cool down. Sometimes I need a day because sometimes you're just irritated. You don't want to hear their voice. You don't want to see their face. So you just need that little break. And then after that, we would come back together and talk about it. In a lot of cases, I would bring it up. And what I did was I would bring it up in a really calm manner, not aggressive. You don't want to put them on the defense, just in a nice, lovely tone. Speak the truth in love, as the Bible says. So that's how I would approach it. And usually he would be open to receive what I was saying. And then we'd have a conversation. I'd bring up my points and I would open it up to him to bring up what, his issues are. We talk about it and then we resolve it. And then everything would go back to normal. And then sometimes, when, it had passed and things were cool again and we were in a happy place, I would bring it up and I'd be like, what you did that time, I really didn't like it. And then straight away, I'm sorry, I'll try and do better and that kind of thing. So it's all about your approach. And also you've got to pick your battles. Not everything is a fight. Not everything has to be said. Sometimes you just got to, woosah and just chill. Because sometimes when you speak, when you're upset, you say things that you don't want to say. So that's what I found in regards to resolving conflict in our relationship. Okay, so I'm going to do one more question. It says, hey namesake, I want to know if you had any problems with your family for dating, marrying someone in Ghana, and will you still be moving to Ghana, or plans have changed since hubby is now with you? Okay, so what I did was I actually didn't inform my parents for at least a year or so, because in my mind I wanted to make sure that I was sure, first of all, because once you bring parents into it, family into it, like, it's no longer just yours. So I wanted to make sure that I was happy with the person that I was with. And yeah, when I went to tell my parents about it, I was so scared because, they're traditional Ghanaian parents. The idea of, me being here, him being there, and us dating, I didn't think they would receive it well, but I put on my big girl panties. My now husband, he encouraged me. He was like, they're your parents, they love you, they want you to be happy, just be mature about it. So yeah, that's what I did. I went to them and I said, there's something I want to talk to you about. And I proceeded to tell them. And their response wasn't what I expected. I thought they'd be like, no, this and that, but yeah, they received it quite well. And they took time to think about it afterwards. But yeah, the initial reaction was, calm, collected. And, I felt good that I could speak to them about something like that, because at that point in my life, I was in my late 20s, or yeah, mid to late 20s. So yeah, I felt personally I was at the age where, it was time to start thinking serious about, marriage and that sort of thing. And I know they wanted that for me as well. So I wasn't young and naive and just like the first guy that I met, I love him. No, I'd been through situations before and I was at the point where I was ready, like mentally, to be in a relationship. So yeah, I felt I could speak on it in a mature way to my parents. So yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. And the other half of the question, will we still be moving to Ghana, or plans have changed since hubby is here? Well, for now, we're here in Australia. Obviously, it was crazy getting him here in time for Sebastian's birth. That didn't happen. He came just after, because, the Australian immigration system is crazy tight. Probably one of the hardest countries to get in is Australia. So for now we're here, he's working, I'm at home with the baby. So yeah, we're just trying to figure it out, honestly. We haven't made any concrete decisions, but for now we're here. We're happy that, we're together as a family and we're just enjoying this time together. Okay guys, so I'm going to leave it there today. I hope I was able to answer those questions for you guys who sent them in. If you have any questions for me, please send them in to theabenalove@gmail.com. So thank you so much guys for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye.